Back with us now, Common Sense Magazine executive editor Chris Bedford. Chris, okay, a lot of attention by Democrats going after Justice Clarence Thomas. He's enjoyed perks from a billionaire friend, luxury vacations, yachts, jets. The Associated Press reports Justice Sotomayor's staff demanded public institutions like colleges and universities buy her memoir or buy her children's books before she agrees to a speaking appearance. We're talking schools like Clemson and Michigan State, that she's made $3.7 million since she joined the court in 2009. What do you make of this controversy?
It certainly is pretty interesting. If you reach out to a Supreme Court justice, which is supposed to be somebody who guides your students on ethics and on walking that fine line, and they say, well, we'd love to come by, but here's how many books we recommend you buy, just so the audience doesn't leave disappointed. We know that those law students coming to see Justice Sotomayor speak really want to get a hold on that children's book, so we think you better purchase that. That's a wild thing to see. And I'm really going to be interested, to your point, on the treatment here. Justice Clarence Thomas has received incredibly unfair treatment in Washington, D.C. since he first arrived for his confirmation hearings from now President Joe Biden, all the way through his treatment at the Smithsonian of African American History, where he's only a side note, all the way to now, where he's dragged through the mud and attacked as someone who's absolutely corrupt, but I don't think that's the case at all.
Yeah.
Now, Sonia Sotomayor, on the other hand, is probably going to just be given a little slap on the wrist and, oh my gosh, she lazy river floated into this corruption, when it's pretty obviously on its face an unethical thing to do.
Yeah, the Associated Press is saying documents that they got reveal repeated examples of taxpayer-funded court staff for the justice performing tasks for the justice's book ventures when workers in other branches of government, like Congress and the executive branch, they can't do that. That Justice Sotomayor is free to do what other government officials cannot do because the Supreme Court doesn't have a formal code of conduct. And there's also this. The AP reports Justice Sotomayor did not recuse herself from cases involving her publisher, Penguin Books.
And this is another thing to be actually talking about, because even more so than maybe taking a trip with an old family friend, even a luxury trip, which can be a form of bribery potentially. These are the sorts of deals that have made her millions of dollars. Her book has grossed about $3.7 million since she became Supreme Court Justice. That's extremely impressive and something that's absolutely worth taking a look at here.
So how do you think the media is going to handle it, Chris?
I think they're going to sweep it under the rug and say it doesn't really matter because she's a hero. She's on the right side of history, according to a lot of what they say. And people like Clarence Thomas, despite being absolute treasures of America, people who show what can be accomplished in this country, well, they're attacked because they're on the wrong side of history, according to much of the corporate media.
Got it. Chris Bedford, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.